Like CAIE, we at Collins felt that wellbeing is a really important subject for schools. It always has been an important subject, but post-COVID it's become more and more important. And when CAIE decided that they were going to produce a wellbeing framework, we decided that it would be something that we would be really positively engaged on publishing for. We have authors within our main Collins catalogue that have published wellbeing resources before, including in our non-fiction children's books, and we felt that we could draw on their expertise and Cambridge's expertise in schools to put together a really good course. Not only that, but actually pre-COVID, it was proved through a number of educational studies that a child who understands their well-being and feels well in school produces much better educational achievement, and children with lower well-being actually struggle more to engage in school and have less educational attainment. So the attainment in school is really important, as well as the well-being, and the two things are very, very mutually linked. The course aligns to the Cambridge Wellbeing Programme perfectly. That's why we have gone for endorsement for the course. The reason that we've done that is to make sure that what the schools are being told within their curriculum framework and the wellbeing programme matches the resource that students will use. We've made sure that teachers are aware of how that aligns by making sure that there is a framework mapping document at the beginning of the teachers' guides, which are a very, very important part of the course. And that will tell teachers which part of the framework is being covered in which lesson and provide that reassurance that the whole of the framework is captured. Part of wellbeing today. It's really important that students are able to reflect on what they know and what they don't know, and how they feel and what they want to say. By doing what we've done is put reflection into the plenary of every lesson, and it's a core part of the students' book to encourage them to express how they feel in a visual or a written sense, and then reflect on that afterwards. Peer-to-peer reflection is also a very, very important part of the course, because students from a very young age should be encouraged to talk to others about how they feel, but also to understand how others feel. So we have self-reflection and peer-to-peer reflection. There are several different pedagogies that we've used to construct the course to enable different types of learning within the course. Some of the key ones that we've used are the Universal Design for Learning guidelines, which talk about three different types of reasons for learning: the engagement of learners, which is the why of learning; the action and expression of learners, which is the what of learning; and the expression, which is the how of learning. These are really important to us in informing the core framework of what we've written, but we've used other pedagogies as well. We've used social pedagogy to make sure that we've enabled the foundations of those relationships within school and those relationships within the external school environment, and how to feel protected within those. We've used quite a lot of Maslow's hierarchy of needs, which is the way that people feel safe, included and connected to others, which enables them to build their self-esteem and ultimately enables them to reach their full potential. We've also very, very importantly used Geneva Gay's theory of culturally relevant responsive teaching, which means that we've tried wherever possible to include examples and content within the books that are contextually relevant to the students who are picking them up, because we all know from experience that a student will learn and feel much more engaged with something they recognise from their world around them. So at Collins we believe very, very strongly that the teacher's guide is very important fundamentally to the teaching of any course, but also that we believe that as publishers we have to provide the tools to enable successful teaching of any course that we do. For wellbeing, this is even more important because it's not a subject that's necessarily traditionally been timetabled or taught. So what we've done is we've provided lots of ideas for activities within the teacher's guide. We have worksheets within the teacher's guide, and we have presentations. And it's an area of the course that we aim to carry on developing and adding to, because that teacher support and the tools that you need for front of class and to enable the provoking of really important conversations are the very most important part of the course. So there's plenty of opportunity for assessment within the course, even though it's sort of a more non-traditional course. There's opportunity within and written within is ongoing formative assessment within the student books that is highlighted within the teacher's guide. All of our tips for assessment and continued assessment are all contained within the teacher's guide, and it's a really good idea for anyone who's using the course to read through the teacher's guide to see at which point those assessments should be taken, mainly because it's important not to assess students' progress too early or too late. As part of the support that we've given, there is assessment at the beginning of each unit suggested to the teachers in the teacher's guide, which forms the baseline assessment, which can be taken to see what a child's prior knowledge of that subject is. Again, very important within wellbeing because you're dealing with subjects that children may not have spoken about before. Then at the end of each topic there is another formative assessment just to see how that child has progressed.